Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how much should I expect to pay for SEO. All right, so this doesn't specify whether it's local SEO or general SEO, but I'm thinking it's just in general. I get this a lot where they're like, oh, how much is it going to be? Well, I'm not sure because I need to know what, category niche or what service you want to show up for. Some people just believe that, okay, everything's like a package, everything's going to be the same. But it really depends on these three things here: category, niche. Let's say if you're a contractor, that could be a ton of things. If you're let's say, concrete contractor, I mean, that could be many things. It could be patios, driveways, retaining walls. You could do foundations. So it really depends on what is the what service you want to show up for, because then that was an SEO would look at, okay, what is the competition like? So this is the point of looking at these things. Category, niche, so we know, okay, how difficult is it going to be, and based on that would be the cost for SEO. The second thing that's also very important is what areas or cities you want to show up in. I've had some people say, "Oh, we want to show up." I live in San Jose in the Bay Area, so they'll say, "Oh, okay, I want to show up in every city in the Bay Area and whatever North Bay, all of that." Okay, it's like 30 something, 40 something cities plus some other ones. Yeah, it's gonna be $5,000, $6,000. Oh, that's a lot of money. Well, yeah, you want to show up in every single one of these cities and areas, then yes, it's gonna be a lot of money, because then we gotta work on every single one of those. So stuff like that, where people don't realize that when you're working on SEO, a lot of times this is very important, because it determines how the population determines how difficult it's going to be, how many other competitors, how many people are prospects are in that area. So, yeah, and also if it's a very wealthy area, it's going to be more competitive because all the businesses want to show up there. All right, so this is very important. So, category, niche slash niche or whatever service, area, service, or areas or city. And our third one is your business brand new or is it established? If it's a completely new business, obviously it's going to be a lot harder. You don't have any reviews, you don't have any history. Starting from scratch in a competitive niche is, it's very, very difficult. If you already have reviews, you already have an existing website, you rank for some things, then it's going to be easier than starting from zero. It's hard for a brand new business to compete against a business who's had 10 years of effort put into their website. Yeah, that's not going to be possible for you to beat them, at least initially. In the long term, yes, you can, but it's going to take a while. All right, so yeah, these are the three things that I base how much you should expect to pay for SEO. Let's say if it's just local SEO, if it's something not too competitive, I mean, you could expect to pay $400, $500 a month. And that's just off the top of my head without knowing the niche, without knowing the area. But that's pretty common. For the other SEO, like I said, it really depends on all these three things. And yeah, it could be you're targeting one city for one niche, not very competitive. I mean, it could be a few hundred or $1,000. Once again, depending on the niche. So it's very hard to say what would be the cost for just SEO. For local SEO, it's a little bit easier because you already know how far that business can reach. So it's 6 to 7 miles from the location. That's pretty average, and you kind of have an idea. Unless it's like lawyers or garage door or locksmith, then yeah, it's very hard to do something with a few $100s for those kinds of businesses, because they're always pretty competitive. All right, so when I say lawyers, I mean like personal injury. That's one of the more competitive niches. All right, so I hope this helps understand how we price this out. I know people hate it, but it really depends on your niche, what areas, whether your business is new or it's established. All right, hope this helps, guys. Have a good one.